Hello everyone, we're going to the second match of a Kaladesh draft. We would like to play first. That is bad for obvious reasons. This is reasonable, especially when we get to Scry. I think it's reasonable. The Wanderer can help us out as well, so that's nice. Got an early puzzle knot, does gain you sort of a little bit of time in the gaining life, and we can use the energy later, obviously. So yeah, I mean, hoping, unless I see a land on top, I probably scry whatever it is to the bottom. That's what I'm thinking. My opponent has a tough mulliganing decision, I suppose. Because we do pretty badly need to draw a third land. But as you saw in the first match, and as you've seen if you've drafted this format or watched other draft videos or whatever, this format's kind of slow, and waiting till turn 3 to play something is not a death sentence like it can be in other formats. There is a red-white deck and also a red-green deck who can punish you for it, but I haven't run into really good versions of those very often. Right, our opponent also mulligan. We're going to keep ours. Ugh, he's hard to put on the bottom, but I think we do it. Sorry, man. You've been good to me so far, but we got to hit that land. And more than one of them, really. Although, we only need to hit 2 more, because the Wanderer can grab our 5th land for us. All right, another 3-drop. Play our puzzle knot here. Decoction module, huh? This is going to happen to us? Okay, good. We did draw a 3rd land. I think I'm actually going to play the Windrake first. Yeah, it's more likely it gets in for damage. Yeah, so this might be a blue-white deck, going to be bouncing things. It could also just be an energy deck. Okay, yeah, that's a good card. We wouldn't have minded that in our deck. That's for sure. Okay, well, we're going to get in for 2 here. Then do we play Ether Theorist to try to hit this other land, or do we just stay aggressive? I think I'm going to play the Blade Master, actually. So yeah, our opponent's also blue-green. 2 blue-green opponents in a row. Can happen in League. Probably wouldn't happen if we were all in the same pod. Ooh, that's a little scary, I have to say. That Longfin Sky Whale. Okay, there's our 4th land. So I think we attack with our Blade Master. He can't block it, so that's why I want to. So we're going to go bam. Then we're going to search out our 2nd forest. We could search for our plains, but since we already have a Riparian Tiger in our hand, I think I'm going to go for a 2nd forest here. So yeah, we're going to go yes, and we're going to say forest, please. It's going to suck now if we draw like forest, revoke privileges or something, but what are you going to do? All right, so our opponent's going all in on the module strategy. No attacks, huh? All right, so, well, I think we attack with our ground guys. Try to. He may lock one of them down. Yeah, he does. He's going to have a bigger, scarier one that he needs to lock down here in a second. So we shall play him. Opponent still has 2 energy, and it's worth noting him just playing creatures gets him energy right now, and that gets him a ton of it. So he can also make this guy a 5/4. But he still only has 1 dude who can block, and I think that's relevant, although he can tap down one of our creatures. Oh, it was up a plus on target creature. How did he do that twice? Oh, the 2 separate triggers. That's how. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, we can attack in the air now, I guess, but it's not the most exciting thing ever. Okay, neither is that. Right, well, if I play my Puzzle Knot, I can attack with more creatures. So, I think I will play a Puzzle Knot. So I have a 3/4 who I can attack with without being really worried. Although it may not really be worth attacking with. Yeah. It's not really. No. So we're just going to attack with that. We will play Thriving Rhino, though. Yeah, these modules together are pretty gross. Pretty gross. Yeah, this is free, too. So he gets 1+1/+1 counter every time he plays a creature. Ooh, Dynavolt Tower now. Okay, opponent's going deep here. Yeah, we probably want to start scrying ASAP, I guess. Yeah, we definitely do. So, combat we will declare. He'll lock something down. Yeah, my big tiger. That makes sense. And then I think we attack with... We send our Wanderer in with Reckless Abandon. Yeah, I don't think so. We definitely pay this energy, though. We have a ton more energy just sitting over here, too, basically, so... Alright, we drop our opponent to 10. We're going to play our own Ether Theorist. Now we have mana to sacrifice our Puzzle Knot, because that's super important. So right now he can easily get energy to start Dynavolt towering things, but we got this out of its range. Okay, so yeah, he's going to get... Yeah, this isn't good. He's going to pump his team a fair amount here. More than we'd like, certainly. All right. Still can't rumble real effectively, at least. Yeah, I wish we had a bombier thing to do with our energy. We just sort of have, like, slow value to grind out. We didn't pick up an artifact destruction spell, which is looking pretty bad for us right now, given our opponent's board state over there. Yeah, I'm okay with that. We will take it. We're just going to gain a bunch of that life back. I think on my upkeep I'm going to scry. So yeah, but first we're going to go pick up some more energy. And now we're going to scry. Put that on the bottom. Drew an island anyway. Okay. Yeah, our opponent's deck is really good, if that is not obvious. Yeah, we don't really have good attacks anymore. Our Rhino can become a 4/5, but he can effectively block it now. If I can get him to use the energy here still, I feel okay about it. Yeah, he did use it. Yeah, we don't have anything good to do. Just going to play another forest, and in my turn, we have 13 energy. Not enough things to do with it. Ooh, that's bad news. We need to hit a malfunction. Luckily, we have Scry. Otherwise, that thing's going to kill us. This thing will kill us, too. So, there's his Windrake. Yeah, he assembled his... everything you'd ever want. Everything his deck would ever want, I think, this game. Which is not so good for us. So yeah, we're going to go to 13. We're going to sacrifice another Puzzle Knot. We are going to scry. I'm going to put that on the bottom. Another Riparian Tiger. It's not terrible. It's not great either, though. This can kill us very quickly. I'm going to go to combat again. Yeah, he still wants to tap that down, even though now it can't do much, but I'm okay with it. So we're going to play our Tiger. And we will end our turn. So Sky Whale and Serpent will beat us to death in the near future. High Tide Hermit. So now he can pick off stuff with Dynavolt Tower. This guy's deck's sweet. That is for sure. Modules. Yeah, freaking bash for 7. Feels good. We're just dead next turn. Makes this unblockable. Actually, he doesn't have the mana to make it unblockable yet, does he? No, but he can just attack with this too, unless we scry our way out of this. Okay, we might have. For now, I think we do put it on his long-finned sky whale. Let's go to combat, see how he decides to deadlock trap. Could attack with the other one, but it doesn't really seem worth it to me. I am going to put this one on the Sky Whale because it can kill me in the much sooner future. So you can also just kill me with Dynavolt Tower in the fairly near future as well. He's 1 mana away from being able to rumble with his Gear Seeker. Yeah, we go to 5. So we definitely bring in our flying hate creature card. Whirler Maker. God, why do we not have Artifact Hate in our sideboard? What were we thinking? What were we thinking? On the bottom. Yeah, we're done. Okay. So that was a beating, and we do not have a sideboard well equipped to deal with it, although our takedown's good. Is Ardara Express good in this particular matchup? It might be. One where our opponent just like played big creatures we couldn't get through. It seems like Ardara Express could just bash through that, for obvious reasons. Select for Inspection doesn't seem bad since he's pumping his creatures. So we could think about bringing that in and cutting like Puzzle Knot. Maybe just both Puzzle Knots this time. Yeah, I mean, if I knew he was going to get +1/+1 counters every game, I guess it would be good, but I just don't. He didn't have auras or anything so that we can really punish with it. So yeah, we'll just go with this. Right, reasonable. We do really need to draw green mana though, so maybe it's not so reasonable. Yeah, I think I do have to send it back. This one is better, especially if we can scry well here. And we do. All right, so turn 2 Puzzle Knot, probably turn 3 Voyager. Oh yeah, we can turn that off for now. Yeah, I think our deck probably did not quite get there on having like a really, really strong way to spend all our energy, but it's not always going to be easy to do that. We just have like reasonable cards that help us spend our energy. Actually, I think I play Thriving Rhino now because he can get out of control quickly. And if he can swing more, which is likely in this game, he couldn't do it last game, he'll get bigger. And be big enough to actually like do some stuff on the board, unlike in the last game. Okay, we could play Wanderer. I don't think we do. I think first we declare combat here, and we spend 2 energy. Does he select for Inspection? No. Nothing of the sort. And then we're going to play this, because as we know, those two guys work really well together. Does our opponent have another module? No, but he has a Malfunction, which is a little disappointing for me. Ooh, we're only 1 mana away from being able to play that, so I think we got to play Wild Wanderer now. But first, we swing with Thriving Rhino and make him bigger. And we can get our planes, our 1 planes. So it's pretty nice to play the Wanderer here. Also can attack through an Ether Theorist for what that's worth. So we are basically out of energy. We have our Puzzle Knot. So we can't actually pump our Rhino next turn unless we sacrifice the Puzzle Knot. Opponent scries. I have been pretty lucky about drawing Sky Sovereign. I guess the last game was the first time I didn't. I haven't actually gotten to attack with it yet, is the funny thing. My opponent in the last match just scooped every time I played it. All right, well, they also can't crew things for what that's worth because they're tapped. There's Revoke Privileges, so we did really well to do what we did. So we're going to attack... we're going to attack with our Wanderer first, because I actually probably would not play Sky Sovereign if my opponent decided to block. I think he's going to, but I probably wouldn't. All right, so now we do. Goodbye, Ether Theorist. I'm sure opponent scries in response. But now we can, of course, crew it with our Wild Wanderer and just keep doing damage. If he kills our Wanderer some way, that's going to suck a little bit because we don't actually have an effective way to crew it in our hand right now. And he tapped these guys down. I guess select for inspection on my own guys when my opponent has malfunctions isn't too terrible. It's worth thinking about that when we think about sideboarding for the next game. Okay, Sky Whale. It's just going to get blown out of the sky, man. Right? That's how you work. Yeah. Okay. So, crew 3, crew. It's going to attack. It's going to kill that. It's going to hit him for 6, drop him to 4. And then we'll play Windrake. So we're pretty dominant in this particular game, thanks to Sky Sovereign in part. But our opponent also just had a much less insane draw. That last game was kind of ridiculous. This time we got the insane draw, I suppose. All right, so do we want select for inspection to bounce my own guys because of malfunctions? Think about it. Yeah, I think I do. I think it interacts enough with his aggressiveness. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. I do think it is. All right. Ooh, double blue. Did I do a bad job with mana in my deck? Maybe. All right, this one we are going to keep, and we will put that on top. So this hand actually turns out it's going to be pretty good. We haven't had a turn 1 Thriving Turtle yet. It can get out of hand. I don't think he meant to do that. But we will play our Thriving Turtle. Get some energies. So, wow, we've been super lucky with that. Maybe this time we won't draw the mana or something, but we will attack, and we'll use the energy here to pump it. Then we'll play a forest, and we'll end our turn. Right, Wanderer is going to help us set up playing our Sky Sovereign again, most likely. And we search for a plains right now, too, because we don't need double blue for anything. Thriving Turtle, we don't have any energy for, but we're still going to swing with it. And we'll play this, who can start making energy for it. So yeah, Wanderer. I mean, we also have Revoke Privileges in our hand already. Another reason to search for a plains. A very good reason to search for one. Right now, we can't actually cast anything in our hand on our turn. So we've got to draw something. Okay, here's a module, but it's a little slow this time. Ooh, we didn't do it. But we do get some more energy, I guess. But yeah, we are stuck on 3 mana over here. Luckily for our opponent, because that Dragster would be nice. We'd probably play that at a different stage of the game, though. Although, maybe not. I mean, if my opponent had nothing in play right there, actually playing the Dragster would be really good. And I'd probably still play it right now. But I did not draw the mana for it again. Brutal. Okay. These guys both attack again. We pump the energy into Thriving Turtle. See, I jinxed myself. I was like, maybe I won't draw the mana. I haven't yet. Probably still better to play Wild Wanderer, get the 5th land, and then we can cast everything in our hand than it is to play the Dragster, but maybe I'm wrong. All right. Land, please land. Okay. So, I think we leave our Voyager back this time, though there's a good chance he finds a way to pump this. He could also play Oval Chase Dragster and really put him on the back foot here. I mean, if he takes the damage this turn, I mean, I would crew with this. He's going to get energy, and we don't really want him getting energy. It's worth noting. So I think I'm actually going to play a little more conservative here and put Malfunction on his Voyager. And then we can still attack with both our guys, and they get in for considerable amount. They get in for 5, so that actually makes Dragster lethal on a future turn. So we will pay the energy. We're up to a 3/6. Does he take the 5 here? Because these two together are just adding up to even more damage because he's giving me the energy every turn. He's thinking about blocking, I think, because of that. The Imperial Voyager, that is. All right, he decided not to. Have him down to 6. So Oval Chase Dragster is looking pretty good. I said conservatively. I'm actually playing more aggressively with what I did. I meant conservatively in that I'm not going for like the big spell. Okay. I do not hate you spending a turn to do that. I'll be honest. Oh. Yeah, we play Dragster now and just put him in a terrible, terrible hole. Because at least I think we do. Maybe it's still just better to play the Wanderer. I have to decide now because we want to do it obviously pre-combat so it can attack. I mean, that's lethal that he's looking at. He has to block. If he blocks the Dragster, he still goes to 1. Yeah, I think we do it. Does mean he's going to get some energy, but he's going to be so far behind. That I'm not as worried. And he has to attack, which isn't really something that's going to be great for him. Yeah, he has. I mean, it's such a hard situation. That's what I said when I drafted it. Like, my opponent is put in a place here where he's like, man, if I block this, I still take 4, which is lethal, actually. So he actually has to leave the Dragster for another turn, which next turn we can crew it with, like, a Wild Wanderer. So, yeah, he's down to 2. Not a good place to be for our opponent. Especially because we have revoked privileges. Although, we've got to play our Wild Wanderer to get it. But we do have Sky Sovereign who can just blow something out of the sky and let us just finish it by swinging with Dragster. This turtle was good. It was quite good. So we're not out of this yet, but got to give our opponent props either way for that. In game 1, the amazing assemblage of artifacts he got. So do you bash here? Yeah, you can't really. You can't really. Okay. I'm going to play my Wanderer and search for a Plains. We'll use the Wanderer to crew the Dragster. And attack with both of these. Oh, actually, we don't attack with both because he can use this to make this a 3/4 and just kill ours. So we just attack with Dragster and Turtle. Yeah, we leave the Voyager back, I guess. I guess attacking with this actually made some sense there because, yeah, I probably should have attacked with him too. He would have maybe died in combat, but my opponent would not have been able to find a way out of the situation. Now he may have a bounce spell or something. And he does. So, okay, well, it works out in the end. But yeah, if I'd attacked with this too, he would have died, right? Yeah, that was stupid of me. Good job, me. But we got privilege. We got a hand just like stacked with stuff. He's got to recast a creature because he bounced that one. And we can just use revoke privileges to kill it. We can also play our Oval Chase Dragster, which our opponent knows we have. So he's walking a tightrope here where he's probably has a couple outs, a couple ways to buy him time, but I can't imagine he has a way to get completely out of this. Okay, he's only got 3 mana untapped now, so I definitely, yeah, you're just dead now. You are dead no matter what I have in my hand. Yeah, GG. All right, well, game 1 had me doubting ourselves a little bit, but this deck is strong, and Sky Sovereign is a big part of that. But so is sort of our energy strategy. It's been very good. So thanks for watching. See you in the final match. We're going to try to go 3-0, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.